call this meeting to order. All right, so number one, we're going to administer the statements of officer and oaths of office to newly reappointed commission members.
All right, if you all would raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name,
I, John Raisins,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
as a member of the Parks and Recreation Commission
as a member of the Parks and Recreation Commission
for the city of Denison, Texas,
for the city of Denison, Texas,
and will to the best of my ability
and will to the best of my ability
preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution and laws
the Constitution and laws
of the United States
of the United States
and of this state, so help me God.
and of the state so help me God.
Okay, and then if you would each execute your statements and oaths. You can sign the date. Today is the 20th.
All right. Item B, hold a discussion and take action on the appointment of a commission chair and vice chair to serve a one-year term.
Nominate Charlie Means for chair.
I second. All in favor of Charlie Means? Any opposed? Motion passes. Okay, vice chair.
Nominate Vinnie Rhodes for vice chair.
Got a second?
I'll second that.
All in favor? Any
Aye.
opposed? All right, Vinnie Rhodes, vice chair, one-year term. Okay, moving on to item 2, any public comments? Looks like we're good there. Item 3, receive a report, hold a discussion, and take action on approving the minutes from the Parks and Rec Commission meeting held on Thursday, March 28th, 2024. So everybody had a chance to review the minutes?
Yes.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Got a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion passes. Item 4A, receive a report and hold a discussion about the summer recreation guide.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman and Parks and Recreation Commission. I'm Jordan Starr, the Recreation Supervisor, and I will be going over our newly published Summer Recreation Guide, our Spring Recreation Program updates, as well as upcoming events and THF program updates. So the Summer 2024 Recreation Guide provides a comprehensive calendar of events and programs from June to September. It covers offerings from the library, aquatics, and the Eisenhower birthplace, as well as downtown events and Frontier Village information. The guide highlights park and facility amenities, diverse activities, program overviews, and updates on ongoing park projects. It also includes updates on the Denison Trail System and ball fields, along with information and history of Denison cemeteries. Details on event rentals, program registrations, and policies are provided with a special highlight on the July scavenger hunt and celebration of National Parks and Recreation Month, which I will cover later in my summary. So that's what it looks like. And for the spring event summary, I'm going to start with the Easter egg hunt. That was on March 28th. We had approximately 1,500 attendees. Event elements included 25,000 eggs for the hunt on the soccer fields for children ages 0 to 12, and we also held an adaptive hunt to ensure accessibility for all. We also had inflatables, a petting zoo, face painting, photo booth, and Easter bunny. It was a really big hit. It was very successful. On April 6th, we held our mother and son party. This event marked the inaugural gathering hosted at the backyard since its opening in 2023. We had 90 in attendance, and participants enjoyed a variety of activities such as inflatables, laser tag, and minute-to-win-it games. We brought back our free kayaking experience, so we called this one Paddlepalooza, and that was on April 13th. We welcomed 75 guests for a free kayaking experience at Waterloo Lake, and we also provided safety instruction as well as information on our current kayak rental system. On May 23rd, we held our ice cream social. It was supposed to be May 16th, but due to inclement weather, we had to reschedule, but we still successfully served delicious soft-serve ice cream to over 300 attendees. We also gave out beach balls and jumbo sunglasses to several of the attendees. On June 1st, we held our catfish rodeo. The event was a huge success, attracting approximately 90 registrants of all ages, competing for plaques in the heaviest stringer, biggest fish, and smallest fish categories for adult and youth. And then we also had trophies to winners of the casting contest in both youth and adult visions, and rods were given to anglers who reeled in tagged catfish. For our spring programs, we held our first 2 guided nature walks at Waterloo Lake Regional Park. The first nature walk had 22 participants, and we had 15 on the second. This was led by Mike Zapata, and he is a Texas certified master naturalist and environmental scientist. And we hiked the main Waterloo Trail, and participants explored the park's main trail and learned about local wildlife. We also started hosting Pickleball Play Day, which is a free pickleball lesson for participants who are beginners to the sport. So we had our first 2 on May 4th and June 1st with a total of 22 participants across 4 sessions. And that program is being led by volunteer instructor Norman Gordon. In January, we started our monthly Lunch and Learns at the Denison Senior Center. So far we've hosted 5 Lunch and Learns, and topics have included bank fraud and scams, communicating across generations, financial planning, power of attorney, and inheritance, the therapeutic benefits of humor, and gardening tips and benefits. Each session averages around 20 attendees, and our speakers have included Hannah Gudgel from First United Bank, Donald Banman, Kayla Albright from Twin Oaks Nursery, Jake Shockley from Shockley Insurance Agency, and Susan Vincent, who is a program lead for our chair volleyball and our Vitality Fit class at the Denison Senior Center. This spring, we also hosted 3 story walk events in collaboration with the library. So we had cake versus pie in April. So participants had a cake tasting versus pie tasting, so they got to decide which is better. In May, we read the book Who Needs Friends, and we made friendship bracelets for that event. And then in June, we read Duck on a Bike, and we had duck-themed activities. Our June story walk was one of our highest, attended at over 100 participants. And we look forward to continuing these events in July, September, and October. And then we have once again teamed up with Megan Parrish from Ability Pilates and Yoga for the Pilates in the Park program that we offer every Saturday in the spring and summer. So Meg offers complimentary Pilates classes at the park, and each class has about 10 to 15 in attendance. I will now go on to THF Park. our program summary for that. So we are currently offering the Summer Sand Volleyball League again. That started on May 5th and is still ongoing. This season we have 7 teams playing. The league spans 7 weeks of games on Sunday nights, and we're currently working on a game plan for postseason play at the end of the season. The Texoma Soccer Association facilitated soccer seasons for youth and adult leagues from March 9th to May 5th. And then this season, TSA hosted 1,016 players at THF Park, including 833 Denison residents and 183 non-residents. We also hosted 12 tournaments at THF Park ball fields, including 2 combined baseball softball tournaments, 6 baseball tournaments, and 4 softball tournaments. And then the Denison Youth Sports baseball season began on March 14th with postseason all-stars still currently ongoing. Games are played at THF, Waterloo, and Munson Fields. We have teams in 6U, 8U, 10U, 12U, 14U, and buddy ball divisions. And the season included 318 players, comprising 296 residents and 22 non-residents. We also worked with the Boys and Girls Club for their softball league and t-ball league this spring. Their season began on April 2nd and is currently ongoing. And the program included divisions for t-ball, 6U, 8U, 10U, 12U, and 15U players. We've still not received the numbers for boys and girls, but we can get those to you. As far as upcoming events, we will host Movies in the Park June 29th and July 27th. Our June 29th movie is going to be The Lion King, so it's the 30th anniversary of The Lion King, so we're really excited for that. We will also host Popsicles in the Park on July 18th. The THF Park Birthday Bash will be August 9th. We are hosting our first National Senior Citizens Day event on August 21st. So right now we are in the planning process for that. And then we will start off our Yellow Jacket tailgating season with Battle of the Axe on August 30th. July is also National Parks and Recreation Month. So in honor of that, we are going to host a July scavenger hunt. This engaging month-long activity invites residents and visitors alike to explore the beauty of Denison through our stunning parks. So participants will embark on a weekly themed adventure. So the first week will be Nature Exploration Week. The second week will be Local History Week. The third week will be Family Fun Week. And the fourth week will be Community Connections Week. So while they're going to our parks, they're also going to city events, city programming, the library, the cemeteries, downtown events. So we're doing what we can to make sure that they're fully embracing all of the different recreation opportunities that we have in Denison, not only specific to Parks and Rec, but everything that we provide as a city. This is a project update, so there's no action required at this time, and I am available for any questions. All right, so at this time, I'd like to welcome Andrew Means to the podium to discuss our request for proposal lead providers. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Jordan.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jordan. Good afternoon, Commission Chair and Parks and Recreation Commission. I'm Andrew Means, the Recreation Manager for the Denison Parks and Recreation Department, and I'm going to provide you with an update on RFPs, requests for proposal for youth, recreational, and baseball and softball league providers. Youth Recreational Baseball League providers. Historically, the Parks and Recreation Department has partnered with Denison Little League Baseball to provide a youth recreational baseball league at various city-owned locations. In 2023, Denison Little League transitioned to what is now Denison Youth Sports. As of recent, multiple organizations have inquired about providing the same service at the parks. And due to the number of requests, an RFP was created to solicit providers. Staff initiated an RFP and invited proposals for the 2024 Fall and 2025 Spring Youth Recreational Baseball League provider at THF Park and Waterloo baseball fields. And that was done on April 1st of 2024. The program scope of work covered the organizational structure, experience, league overview, program fees, and the ability to effectively communicate. The city received proposals from 4 different organizations, which consisted of 306 Elite Performance, Boys and Girls Club of Denison, Denison Youth Sports, and Texoma Tournaments and Recreation. The city of Denison scored each organization, with Denison Youth Sports grading the highest and recommended moving forward with their services at THF Park and Waterloo baseball fields. The agenda item to enter into agreement with Denison Youth Sports was presented at City Council on June 3rd on consent agenda and was approved by City Council. Softball league provider. Historically, the Parks and Recreation Department coordinated the recreational softball leagues in Denison until the year 2021. To maximize city resources and optimize staff operations, the city decided to partner with the Boys and Girls Club of Denison. This is an industry standard for city entities to work with local youth organizations to facilitate recreational sports. The Boys and Girls Club of Denison is now currently in its 4th year of coordinating the softball program. And as of recent, multiple organizations have inquired about providing the same scope of service as well. Much like the baseball side, we went through the RFP procedure based on the same grading criterias. The city received proposals from 2 organizations for softball, which consist of the Boys and Girls Club of Denison and Texoma Tournaments and Recreation. The city of Denison scored each organization, and the Boys and Girls Club of Denison graded the highest and recommended moving forward with their services at THF Park and Culpeper softball fields. And also that went to City Council on June 3rd and was approved by Council. Thank you all, and no further action is needed, and I am available for any questions if you have any. Thank you all.
Thank you. So just off our itinerary, Jordan, did you covered all of those items, A, B, C, and D on the number 4? She did A and B, so we need to move on to C. Okay. Moving on to item C on number 4, receive a report and hold a discussion on recent parks projects at THF Park in the backyard at Waterloo Lake Regional Park.
Good afternoon, Chair and Commission. I'm going to give a brief update on where we left off at our last meeting when we were discussing THF parking and the backyard, some of the additions we were going to do there. So THF Park, as y'all are aware, we solicited bids at the end of last year for the addition of parking at THF Park. We were going to enter into an agreement with Greeniverse Construction. The city was unable to come to an agreement with Greeniverse. We rejected that bid in March of 2024. Went back out for bids. We received 1 competitive bid. We entered into an agreement with Piazza Construction, the same construction company that constructed the park. That construction will begin this week to add those additional 50 parking spaces at THF. The plan is to leave the park completely open. All amenities shall remain open. All usage shall remain open. There may be components that get briefly shut down during the construction. We will communicate through social media to make sure that people are aware of those construction phases. They anticipate having this done well before we get into the soccer season, which will start in September. So right now, projection date is towards the end of August. Speaking with contractor, they do believe that this will be done even sooner than that.
That's an
Backyard.
Awesome picture, by the way.
Pardon
Yeah,
me?
yeah, it is.
Awesome
I was checking it out. That was a good view.
That, yes, we had, there's somebody that we work with that Jordan has helped us set up that takes awesome drone photos of a lot of our parks. So you'll probably see a lot of cool aerial photos as we move forward. In fact, the contractor that helps us maintain that park asked if they could have the rights to that photo so that they could put it on their website. So the backyard pickleball courts, this has been a very beloved area at Waterloo Lake Regional Park. We added the pickleball courts last year, and it did not take long to figure out that we needed some fences to keep some stray balls in and some lights because people love to play when it's not quite as hot out. So we applied for a grant with Simmons Bank, and that grant came through, and that provided us the fencing around the pickleball courts. There was money budgeted for adding lights at the pickleball courts for this year, so that's something we did all of that at the same time, so it made a really nice pop. Staff is going to be repainting those pickleball courts here in the month of June, so they'll have a nice refreshed look to them. And that is all for my updates on THF parking in pickleball courts. No action is required, but I am present if you have any questions.
All right, moving on to item D. On number 4, receive a report and hold discussion on upcoming activities at Waterloo Pool.
All right. So we have started our summer season at Waterloo. Open with school being out. That started our open swim at the end of May, and that will run through August 11th. 1 to 4 of those opportunities for open swim. Still have all the same offerings in the morning that we do for our fitness classes, our recreation. We do have some rec swim in the evenings, but our lap swim, hydrofit, fitness classes, and swim team, those are all the same offerings that we have always had. We did start our group swim lessons last week. We will be offering 4 2-week sessions, pardon me. The first session is underway right now. It is maxed out in participation at 50. We anticipate all of those numbers maxing out for all of our sessions. So 200 plus people will be learning how to swim at Waterloo Pool this year. Again, still have all of the same pool rentals, reservations, and table rentals that we have always had. And that is it for the update at Waterloo Pool. No action is required, and I am present for any questions.
Hey, where are we at on the improvements or the structural integrity at Waterloo?
Still in conversation with the architects and engineers to see what can be done within the funds that are approved through council. So it's there is a lot that can be done. There's a lot that needs to be done, trying to identify the needs and what may be best value in terms of what can be done while things are being done, and all falling within budget.
Was there
That
a
one-
timeline on that? Like, had to do it by this date, or the pool has to close, or something like that?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Was there a timeline on that improvements? for the
So
pool?
there is not a timeline
Okay.
set. Once we get the opinion from the architects and engineers, the timeline will be created at that point in time. Not understanding the full scope of what can be done within budget is going to preclude them from being able to put a timeline together. Once that is identified and agreed upon, then the timeline will be created. I hope to be able to update on that on our next meeting.
Thank you.
Any further questions? Thank you.
All right. Anything else from anybody?
No.
All right. Appreciate your time. Meeting adjourned.